So today, why are you here? New cop. New gun on the market. Not really on the market no more because I took it off the market. Off the market. You feel me? Got this new firearm here. Ooh, we ain't gonna show you that yet. How did I come across this firearm? I went to a gun show. If you know me, you know I love guns. You know that I love gun shows. Best place you can buy a firearm, in my opinion. Yeah, came across this lovely gun. Also, once again, if you know me, you know this gun was made by the same manufacturer of my very first firearm. I fell in love with my first firearm, and it was my favorite gun. Unfortunately, sold it, but I had to re-up on a new one. New and improve. So I had to go get my baby back with some upgrades, you know what I'm saying? So, for what y'all came to see, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Canik SFx Rival Series. What's the SFX? What's a Canik? Canik is a Century Arms pistol. Century Arms is also famous for the AK. Very famous for the AK. But Canik, if you look them up, they may tell you that it's a Turkish police pistol. You know, this is what their military and police forces used in the country of Turkey. You know, quick fun fact. Yeah, so what y'all came to see, let's, boom. SF stands for Supreme Firearm. Don't know what the X is. It may be for all the extras, because this motherfucker like that. Oh, before I open this thing, let me tell y'all real quick. Let me close this back up. We ain't gonna say I just struggle with that. But this is not the official unboxing of this gun. I have, excuse me, I had to burp. That's why I was looking like that. I have unboxed this gun after I took the firearm. After I bought the firearm, took it to the range. Had to let that thing go a couple times, you know what I'm saying? Make sure it worked, make sure everything was fine and dandy. And I gotta tell y'all, that motherfucker, they're accurate with the iron. I mean, I'm accurate, but that thing ain't accurate too, you know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, here we are. We have our Canik Supreme Firearm. Before we get to the gun, let me show y'all what's behind this lovely cover. So on this cover, we have the Supreme Firearm Canik. In the back of here, we got the manual. It's got a few extra promotions in here. Things of that nature, you know, nothing too special. We throw this to the side. It's not what y'all came to see. Here on top, we have some lovely tools. We have some cleaning tools over here. You can see it's already got some cutouts in it. These cutouts up here for, looks like more cleaning supplies. This one looks like it's actually for like some gun oil or something like that. Here we got hand grips for the back of the firearm. We got a push pin tool. This has got some pins in there you need to take the gun apart, anything like that. And then we also have, if I could get it out, a mini Canik here. A mini pea shooter. You know what I'm saying? It's really a tool, hex tool. And it's got some pieces inside of here. If I could slide this thing off. You see? Oh, I dropped it. But that comes out. We got some pieces and tools in there. There's some tools in there. I got some tools that can make the mag release ambidextrous, and a few other things. And we ain't gonna get into all of that right now. Let me actually grab that piece real quick. Just drop that. Slide this back on. Slide that back in there. All right, so take this out of here for a while. So next we have, let's just get to the firearm. Here we have our beautiful Canik. So in this lovely case, we have the beautiful SFx. We have our plates here. I almost forgot. These are plates for a red dot sight. So this is optic ready, and they have optic plates for the different optics you can get to put on the firearm. Whew, need some water. Next we got another magazine, hollow point rounds, you know what I'm saying? Magazine loader. These here are magazine extensions. I'm not sure if they add one extra round to the magazine or it's just a extension, you know. I'll figure that out sooner or later. Got an extra magazine cut out if I was to buy another magazine for the firearm. And got the lock here. You got a cutout if you want to slide. Well, you got the optic cutout here. This looks like another optic cutout if you took it off the firearm. And yeah, let's get right to the firearm. So, here, show y'all hollow point rounds, you know. You can see the ambidextrous slide lock. There we are. Firearm is empty, as you see, as I see. Firearm is empty. But one thing I do love about this gun is that I can change the mag release out to make it ambidextrous. Also, it also has the ambidextrous slide locks. Beautiful. Because I'm left-handed, so, you know, many firearms aren't made for left-handed people. Me being left-handed, that's a plus. That's huge. I do love the fact that on this firearm, it lets you know when it's ready to fire. This does not mean that it's one in the chamber. It just means that it's ready to fire. So you have to know whether it's one in the chamber or not. If you see this and it's not one in the chamber and you pull the trigger, it's just on click. But if it's one in the chamber and you see this, that means it's ready to fire. My old Canik had a decocker on it. TP9 SF, I believe it was. Or SA, one or two. That FD tan one. It had a decocker on top. So if you hit this button with one, or you see this red, and you hit the button with one in the chamber, you couldn't pull the trigger because you decocked it. But that feature is not on this firearm. This firearm is optic cut. So when I'm ready, I can take this piece off here and set me a nice red dot on there. I really like the slide cut on here. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Looks really nice. One other thing I really love about this firearm here is the trigger. So if you look at that trigger there, it's flat. Unlike many other triggers, like many other ones are just, you know, they're just basic curve. This one's a little wider and it's flat. I love the way it feels. Here I also have my Glock here. So if you look at this trigger, it's not like that Canik trigger. Look at that. And then look at that. This trigger just, it feels real nice. I don't know. So you also have the magazine well. This here, around the well, it helps. When you're feeding the magazine into the firearm, once it hits that side, it's like a funnel. It just funnels it right into the firearm. Funnels it right in. It's amazing, I love it. And then one other thing I really, really love about this firearm, some people pay attention to it, some people don't. If you're, you know, you like to shoot, you definitely pay attention to these things, but it's the reset on the trigger. It's a very short reset. So once again, empty. I'm gonna pull the trigger and I'm gonna release the trigger. You see how short that is? Check me out. Now, if I was to shoot the gun, I could, from this position, after the round has left the firearm and another one has been chambered, I only have to release the trigger that much to shoot again. That's crazy. Think about the Glock. I got the Glock here with me too. So, firearm is empty. We're gonna do the same thing with the Glock. Pull the trigger. So I gotta come this far out to be able to shoot again. It's a little further. That's the distance there, and then I can fire again. We're gonna take a look at the Canik one more time. I want y'all to see that. Now, some people may not, you know, they may say that's not a big difference. But when you shooting that thing and you a shooter and you feel that difference, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. But, oh, we also got one last thing I want to tell y'all. I love these Caniks because they also have a high round capacity. 18 plus 1. Gotta love these Caniks. 9x19, 9mm Canik SFx Rival Series. Y'all tune in next time. I give y'all a video of me shooting this thing. It's a beautiful firearm, and it's smooth as hell. Stay safe, stay dangerous, and we'll catch you next time.